How are you going to shoot this, Ron?
I'm going to shoot 4 shots on the long steel. Go over there, shoot the 2 paper on the side. Go around the west side of the barricade. Shoot those 3 paper from that one side. Shoot the 3 targets through that first port. Get that paper through the last port. Go to the last one, get the last paper, and then shoot 4 shots on the steel.
Are you changing any zoom as you're shooting?
Yeah, I'll go from 6 power to my red dot, and then as soon as I get to the long steel again, I'll go back to 6 power.
Okay. Cool. All right, Ron, tell me how you're going to shoot this thing.
I'm going to shoot them far, close target steel. And then
Why are you
on
doing
paper.
that? Why are you going far on the long distance targets
Cold
first?
barrel, that's all.
Okay.
I'm going to have my power up on my scope. So when I start shooting close, I'll follow all close with low power on the scope.
Okay. And then you're going to run through the paper?
Through the paper, and then the 2 close steel on low power on the scope. Then I can dial it up if I need it at the end for the last 2.
So you may not even go to full power on the last
Maybe
2.
not. Maybe.
Okay.
Let's see.
Sounds good.
Stand by! Hit! 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 Hit!
Right target, you need it.
Need ammo.
Hit!
If you're finished unloading, you're clear.
4, 9, one more.
Stand by!
I want that thing to shoot as soft as a 1022.
Hit! 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 It's working again. You know what it tells me? You're finished unloading shit. That's right.
Oh no.
One failure neutralized.
So what did you do to your loads this morning? You put 1 mag together. What happened?
Well, I wanted to shoot the whole stage distance and hoser in the same, and since I use different ammo for distance and hoser, I put my distance, about 20 rounds of distance in just in case I needed extra. And then I counted up there was 11 targets, so I put 22 rounds of my hoser in. And then I figured I could hit the distance in the first 6 shots, so I put 6 shots on top of that. The problem is I forgot 2 plates, so it threw the count off a little bit. But it worked. But then because I forgot those plates, that was tragic. But had a good plan. I just forgot.
So you were really accurate on those first 4 paper targets. You were pretty good to go.
Well, first of all, we got to talk about this cool-looking rifle. At DPMS, of course, I started DPMS and sold it in '07. But our what was it? Our 20th anniversary. I made 100 of the nickel chrome AR. So we made 100 of them. This is, of course, one of the 100. And of course, as we've discussed, we've got the new MBA1 buttstock and the MBA3. Just to get a little more texture, I bought some of that spray paint material and painted on here just to get my cheek when it's hot and sweaty out. So that has a little better grab on it.
So can you tell us something about how you designed the Luth-AR buttstock line? I mean, what kind of thought went into that?
Well, the biggest complaint in the AR industry was that the Magpul PRS-1 was too heavy and too expensive. $300 retail. I think it was about almost 3 pounds, 2.5 to 3 pounds. So we wanted to do something that was less expensive, lighter weight, but yet just as adjustable and a quicker adjustment in lieu of the PRS-1. Magpul's great products, but you have to crank it up. And once it's set, it's usually set. But so we've got the quick release system here that you can adjust your cheek piece and you can adjust your length of pull. The original, of course, A1 stock back in the 60s was for the shorter Americans. That's why when the A2 version came out in the late 80s, they added about 3/4 of an inch to the fixed stock, but that's still not long enough for guys that have, or guys that have longer arms or length of trigger pull. So that was the logic to get some extra length pull as well. So then, once we got the buttstocks done, we got the carbine version, which was the MBA3, but then I wanted to come up with a new pistol grip, so we launched this, I guess earlier this year. We call it the Chubby, of all things.
Great name.
So it's right hand only, but we've got a hard but yet soft texture durometer to the grip. It's got a thumb rest on it, as you can see, and some finger grooves. So it's a solid feel, fills the palm swell of your hand. If you've got smaller hands, you might not like it, but for me it fits good, and we get a lot of compliments on that.
Now, speaking of new products, you were talking about this kit that you're coming out with. Here I'm holding it in my hand. Can you let us know some details?
Sure. These we're sending out this week to OEMs across the United States. Basically, I've enhanced 3 items for the AR. The first is what we call the paddle. It's just an oversized bolt catch with an easier pad to hold it back. So you can hit that with the palm of your hand and you get in, you're not going to miss it. So that's one of the new products. And then I've got a new oversized selector. This is my original DPMS selector from probably 20 years ago. And I didn't want to copy that because it's DPMS priority now. But I've got it's hard to see in here, but you can see the skeletonized, slightly longer selector that we're launching. Just within the past 30 days we've launched that. And then again, it's hard to see in the package, but I've got a wide body trigger guard. So I made the trigger guard, this is standard, I made it wider, and then I made it thicker so that the thicker portion will help automatically align your trigger. So here it's down, and with this wide body trigger guard, it sits up higher, so you're going to line your trigger. So just some novelty items that will enhance your AR. If it's cool, people will buy. If it works, that's even a bonus.
Well, Randy, thank you very much. Luth-AR, great line of products.
We've got a new handguard coming out. All of these, I like the small diameter ones, but they're round. So I've got a triangular shape, small diameter handguard coming out next month. We'll have a shot show. We're putting the key mod slots in it. But yeah, it's feels good. I mean, it's small enough where you can wrap it around this way. A lot of guys shoot that way.
So Randy, key-mod or M-lock? I mean, if you talk to should say key-mod is dead, M-lock's won the battle, you don't know.
But they all work.
You're right, they all work.
So Magpul has a licensing agreement. We just started with key mod because we had the drawings.
Right.
Remington's come out, AAC, they've come out with a new version, third version, which I think it's called Square Drop, which is their version of the same two, key mod and M-lock. So all the accessories will fit in the three. So we're waiting to get some information on that Square Drop.
On your handguard, you can leave the top smooth?
Both ways. What I did on the extrusion, I designed it so I can mill off the Picatinny rail and then it'll be smooth. A good question, because that way we can have, the whole idea with our new handguard is to make it cost effective. So we'll have $40, $50 retail for the smooth one.
Wow.
And this one retail will be around $100, a version of this.
And it'll have,
triangle shape.
so you can do one with Picatinny all the way across the top and one with no pick.
Correct. And then some with slots, some without.
Okay.
So we want to take care of the shooter that can't afford $200-300 for a handguard, but yet give him something that's.
I'm waiting for that one. I'm looking for a handguard that I don't want the pick across the top because I don't use it in 3-gun. So I want something that's smooth all the way across the top and light and yeah. I mean,
Now you're gonna be launching all of
the
this.
most I would want is to be able to put a flashlight on.
Yep. Hey guys, I had to go shoot.
All right.